Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2 for StarSeries. We are in Season 7. It is day 12 and this is game 2 of the 4 games that we see today. Other games that we're still gonna see after this one is gonna be 4FC taking on Empire, followed by Alliance versus KP. But of course, this is RoX.KIS taking on Fnatic, and I am not by myself for this matchup. Once again, I'm joined by 2 people. That's right, we're with a 3-man team here, providing you with coverage. We have Nahaz playing. Well, not playing. He is not playing anything apart from he's playing with stats. He is our stats man for today, and he'll be providing you with all the in-game information about the teams and the players that you want. And of course, also, I have a co-caster, Papa Drage, or just Dre. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you, Shiver.
So, RoX versus Fnatic, your initial thoughts?
I like Fnatic. It's one of my favorite teams to watch because I played versus and with some of these people, mostly versus actually. RoX, I'm not. My insight in RoX is low. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm looking forward to see Fnatic and see. I've seen No Tail and Honey swapping around their roles a little bit. See if they can make that work. I don't know why they did it, but that's gonna be my main focus. See if they can fix it in this game.
According to one of my other co-casters earlier this week, he said maybe with the swap with No Tail go mid, it would increase the team's skill ceiling, like how high they can get. Because of course, I mean, they haven't switched any player of them for ages. Like post TA 3 shuffle, nope. Post TA 2 shuffle, nope. This is just Fnatic. They've been sticking together for a long time, also in Hun, of course. So far, though, Fnatic in the season of StarSeries, this week, particularly since Sunday, they haven't really been having that good of a time. They have played 5 games so far, and they're 2 for 3, so they've won 2 and lost 3. RoX.KIS so far have played only 3 games, won 2, lost 1, so they are statistically ahead, though of course it could still be having the same result as Fnatic. I mean, each team plays 15 games, so we can't really say that much yet about where they're gonna be ending up. But it started to get pretty scary, because only the top 4 teams go through. And overall, the top 4 teams will normally not have more losses than a couple, like 3-4. I think was last season. Last season was 4 was the max for top 4 teams. So it's pretty scary for Fnatic, I think. RoX.KIS is a team that can definitely cause upsets. And we're gonna see if they can get themselves a bet writer on their hand, because Fnatic is not betting it out. Leaving it in for RoX, we've got a Naga Siren, a Razor, an OD, and an IO ban so far. And therefore, bet writer is still in. And up to RoX.KIS if they want to pick it up or not.
Yeah. Well, back to this changing lineups with Fnatic. I think during TI3 they were really good. Yeah, they pick up a better. And I just think they should keep their strategies and just work on them and get even better, because they could. I don't see any point of swapping around No Tail and Honey. Honey played worse these last games, and I think No Tail played good, but still the role that Honey was trying to fill was too hard for him, I think.
Do you not think, like, if you switch roles, it can be considered like so easy, but it's you learn a whole different branch of Dota, and of course, even if you have had experience there, you have to get into the feeling of being that either high ganking support again. I mean, how long would you say you need to train your mid/support? If you switch roles, how long would you give it before you give up? In terms of let's swap back.
No, but the thing is, even if you can make it work and you play really good, when it comes down to these very even games, and when you start playing on like experience and just, I don't know, emotions, it will still be clear that okay, this is actually not a good mid player or not a good support player. So I think you should keep it forever. But if you really want to change and try something else, I guess you have to give it at least 2-3 months.
Yeah, that's a long time, right? So far it's not been that amount of time for Fnatic to when they swapped around with No Tail mid. So if they are gonna try to make it work, they should probably swap a bit longer. But we'll see what they do in this game. They're gonna be up against a Bad Rider and a Visage secured by RoX. I think pretty nice pickups. We still have a Nyx Assassin in the pool that works well together with the Visage, but also works well against the Bad Rider, so I'm kind of curious if Fnatic is going to try to pick that one up. We have a Queen of Pain ban out, of course no mid secured just yet by Fnatic, and I'm actually thinking that RoX is going to try to put their Bad Rider mid. in this case.
Dire team ban.
Bane now also removed, so we're gonna see. I mean, I like Lifestealer matchup for sure. I mean, I think both of the heroes normally need a duo core lineup for them to actually work very well, and putting them together makes a lot of sense. Lifestealer, of course, a carry that can be a bit more aggressive earlier on, and Weaver can just split push and farm away while Lifestealer is wreaking havoc all over the map, and make sure that RoX.KIS is busy with him while Weaver does his split pushing stuff.
And it's a typical Fnatic draft doing it like this. And what I would do if I was Fnatic and a manager for Fnatic, I would tell them to play the same roles, but change the draft instead. Try something new.
New with heroes, but they have a couple of different drafts that they try out. Even though right now, I mean, Era Lifestealer, right? It's yeah.
Yeah, well, Lifestealer or Morph, and it's gonna be fine. Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe they have to take a page out of Godlike's book and start drafting like he did in the previous game. It would be entertaining for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Talking about actually that draft, we still have Abaddon in the pool, and also the Timberstar, two heroes of which we have seen quite a bit lately. Two heroes which I believe RoX has also played, so who knows, maybe we're gonna see an Abaddon if they don't have their Nyx Assassin to be picked up. I mean, Bane is already removed. Fnatic, of course, having the first pick. They now also ban out the Darkseer, so let's see if they secure themselves a support. Or if they're gonna be trying to pick up something else. I mean, so far, in terms of lanes, we don't really know anything about Fnatic just yet, apart from that they have probably Weaver off lane, probably Lifestealer safe lane, but it could still be an aggressive trialing with either of the cores and just put the other one on a safe lane. It's definitely possible. Hey, we've actually seen Weaver and Lifestealers mid before. I'm not expecting it this game, but we have seen it.
Yeah. And they pick up Rubik here because they don't want the enemies to have it. I don't like picks like that. But, I mean, Rubik is a good hero overall. They just don't want them to have a Sukuchi Rubik.
Yeah. That's one of the more annoying things. I mean, Rubik, his mobility is already so important, which is why we also often see Force Staffs and Blink Daggers up on Rubiks. Yeah. And therefore stealing Shikushi is one of the better spells to steal. Shikushi yourself in range to get yourself a telekinesis, nice initiation from an invisible target, pretty scary.
Yeah, but it's a little bit worrisome because when your draft is about taking away enemies' heroes instead of getting your own heroes, I always tend to see that as something shaky within the team. Someone says, "Oh my God, we're gonna give them Rubik with this Sukuchi. Let's not do that." Instead of finding the heroes that you want. And I think the Nyx would have been much better for Fnatic.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's. I mean, Nyx Assassin is a very strong hero up against a Bad Rider. He's a counter towards him. Rubik's still very strong, and I kind of like the idea of picking him up so that RoX can't. But it was a choice, either Nyx or Rubik, and RoX would get the other one, and then it's up to preference, I guess. So I think they made a choice. Give Nyx Assassin away, get the Rubik, get the Chen also.
Yeah, I was wrong here. I take back the last statement, because if they wanted Chen, Rubik is much better. Otherwise, they would have two melees in that lane where Nyx is.
Well, with the Chen, I think we can safely say that it's going to be a safe lane for Fnatic. I think that fits more their style also. We normally see safe lanes coming off from Fnatic. As RoX, wow, really? It's an anti-mage. I kind of like and dislike this. I mean, it's a strong safe lane. Nyx Assassin, Visage, there really can't, like, nothing can go wrong there. And I actually think maybe they should just go for an aggressive trial and leave anti-mage by himself, because they're kind of outcored at the moment. We have, of course, having Lifestealer and Weaver up against one anti-mage. Anti-mage needs to do really well, and Bad Rider needs to do really well as well for RoX to actually make this. But yeah, I kind of wish it was an aggressive trial lane with an anti-mage safe lane, but maybe that's just well, the caster said on me that just likes to see an aggressive trial lane. By the way, we still have Nature's Prophet in the pool.
Yeah, I don't. It's so far Fnatic doesn't really have anything to keep that anti-mage down. Like if they want to gank him or stun him up, sure Shen, but if you just get some minutes into the game, that's not enough.
Well, Dragon Knight might be a hero that wants to shut down the anti-mage.
Yeah.
He definitely has the potential to do that. Let's see what RoX.KIS is going to pick up. There's still a potential that they put the Bad Rider on the off lane and just pick up a different mid, depending on how tough they want to make that lane for the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight Bad Rider is still going to be very good for the Bad Rider though. but it's not gonna kill off the Dragonite. Or shouldn't kill off the Dragonite. Let's say it that way. In theory, Dragonite is one of those mids that just doesn't die.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, kind of boring mid
Yeah.
actually, but it's good. And I think with this draft we can see that No Tail is now back on his support role and Han is back middle. What do you think?
Reserve time.
Yeah, No Tail normally plays like when he played mid or when he plays mid. Oh god, talking about boring mids. Magnus basically the same role as a Dragonite, but yeah, I have not seen No Tail play the Dragonite. I've seen him mostly playing Puck and Nature's Prophet mid actually quite a bit. But it is indeed Honey that picks up the Dragonite, so No Tail back on his micro-intensive Chen. And we'll see RoX with BCZ picking up the Magnus. That's going to be a Magnus Dragonite lane. Now both of these heroes have been, we haven't seen that much, well that's actually not true, we've not seen Magnus that much since the bottle change. And of course since his change to RP, because he just can't solo kill anybody anymore when he reaches level 6. But both kind of work the same. It's going to be a very safe lane. They're just going to get their last hits with their spells. But thinking about that, considering both of those heroes normally are safe heroes, right? Do you think that cancels each other out because they want to get ahead, so they are going to try to, you know,
Prepare for
do something to the other so that they are actually no longer passive?
It could be like that. It could also put more pressure on your teammates too, because if someone comes there, you can Magnus can kill Dragonite and reverse too, because with a Shen or with a gank from the Rube, Nyx Assassin I mean. So maybe we will see more rotations instead, because the lane is so even.
Yeah, that could definitely be. I mean, the ganking potential of the Visage and the Nyx Assassin is pretty strong. You slow down the Dragonite, you get an Impale up on him, skewer him back if you want to. And that's it's pretty powerful. I would like to see that. 6-1 is the score for Fnatic up against RoX. Well, that's actually since June. It's pretty scary for RoX. I still have hopes though that they can actually cause an upset here, but it would be an upset for sure. I mean that's no doubt about that. But let's see who's playing what on the side of RoX. I'm gonna start on the side of RoX. We have got Yol. He's playing the Visage for this game, playing the support role. Nexus will be on the anti-mage on the safe lane. And Cedo, he looks to be starting off in the jungle, leaving that bottom lane completely empty. BCZ will play the Magnus on the mid lane, and we have got Android roaming around to play some wards just defensively. And he will be playing the Nyx Assassin, and I believe that is 5, and that means that everybody is there. Wow. That's not very nice, is it?
No, that's not very nice.
Well, apparently his whole team is shouting out to Mina. And Trixie saying fuck off. What does it say to you about the team and about Mina?
No, it says that Trixie is just a troller, nothing else.
Actually, it says that Mina has been hooking up with Trixie. And the rest of Fnatic makes fun of that.
Now you're too much theory crafting in real life.
Wow. It was what girls do, I'm sorry. It's a second nature.
Okay, well, fair enough.
So you want to introduce Fnatic, as Trixie has found himself a nice spot there?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Trixie is top with the Weaver. He's gonna be their solo. He's just standing in there.
They know that he's there. They just picked it out.
Oh shit.
They're gonna go for him. Hello. Good luck. He can't escape unless he eats trees, which he did actually. Shikushi, I guess, gets him out anytime. Okay, so that was that.
Yeah. So and in middle we have Honey playing his Dragonite, which he has really good stats with. So. That's a good thing. In the forest we have No Tail playing the Shen, already double stacking and getting a camp there. Fly on the Rubik, and of course Era on the Lifestealer. I would really like to see how many games of Lifestealer Era played. Because it's like the only hero I've seen him play.
He plays so much Lifestealer. Lifestealer and CK in the CKIO era. They're gonna go for Trixie again. In comes an Impale. Do they have enough? I think they might have. One more hit, Soul Assumption. That's Yol with the first blood. Nicely done. 1 sentry ward to rule them all. Oh, look at that. 61 to 27. And that would be 80... 88? 88 games.
Oh my god. That's all I can say.
88 games of Lifestealer. Yeah.
But it seems like the Bat Rider is not going bottom at all, which I think is a bad idea, because this will put more pressure on middle. Since the supports or Fly or Shen could go middle now, they don't have anyone to harass bottom. So I'm expecting that. But going up to his lane like Weaver did and just dying is not anything better, so...
Yeah, it's one or the other perhaps, but Trixie already giving first blood kinda relieves a little bit pressure from BCZ, I think. I mean, the pressure to try and get that first blood for your team is a bit less now for Fnatic, so they might not be trying to make something happen. I like Fly has got an Invis rune and he's checking to see if someone comes bottom. He won't be able to find anybody though. By the way, Cedo, you might be in some trouble. No, he's fine. Scary jungle creeps scaring me as well, thinking Cedo might die.
Yeah. No, he's not gonna go bottom. But they still spend time on bottom as if he's there. So.
Maybe they're expecting him to show when they start pushing down the
Dire's
tower.
bottom tower is under
And therefore expect him to try and pull the creep wave back, but they've already seen Fly now. His patience wasn't enough to wait for the Bear Rider. And actually Bear Rider has to Bear Rider has to walk all the way back to base.
Maybe you were right about this Mina
I
thing,
think
actually.
it is. I think I am. It's yep.
Should make one of those magazines with the inside stories about all the Dota players.
Yeah.
And then we could figure out who this Mina is as well.
Make a profile. Who is Mina? Question of drafting. Oh. Well,
Oh.
0 total wins in 3 first games. Well, normally BZ plays more aggressive mids, I guess. We're gonna find out actually. Who's Mina? And who is he? I don't know. Well, perhaps BZ can change his tidings. I mean, BZ so far sitting on 14-3. Hani sitting on 11-4, so BZ slightly ahead, but the difference is very minimal.
Yeah.
Dire's structures.
We are gonna have a tower going down here on the bottom lane. Fortification is there. I don't think Bat Rider will be there in time to try and do anything against that. We do also have a creep of Chen trying to get the creep wave to sit behind the tower and not interfere with the push.
Yeah, the tower's gone, definitely. Nice setter play.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that
Bottom tower.
Batrider is gonna use that lane now. Or try to.
Yeah, he's hanging around. Level 4 for him right now. I mean, you kind of also want to get your level 6 and want to get your Blink Dagger up fast, but it's a trade-off. Do you want to stop the push or do you want to have your Blink Dagger super fast?
Yeah, but it's not only about stopping the push, it's also about making Fly be there, which makes mid lane safer.
True. Cedo actually gets telekinesis already, but it should be able to get himself out there. Has a flame break. Maybe you'll slow down
Oops.
Fly. Can I try and go for this? The soul assumption might be there in a second. In comes Android as well. He has got, of course, an impale, but Era is not going to be a good target for that. He can rage. Sticky Napalm still there. Fly 3 levels, 3 sticks, 3 stacks. Still 3. The other one missed, so that will be an end to the go there. Era rages, opens up on the Nyx, telekinesis up on Yul. Nyx assassin in a lot of trouble. No spectator for him. Still has an impale in him though. Era the one to get forced back, takes quite a bit of harassment for that. Doesn't end up getting a kill.
No, bad communication there between Rubik and Nyx.
Going
Should have
for
went to
different
the same
targets.
target,
Yeah.
obviously.
Under attack.
But this is good actually, because now Trixie gets his first level in the game. And that's what happens when you force the supports to move. They can't control Weaver forever then.
True. Trixie now all of a sudden level 3. Still only has 3
Yeah.
last hits. It's still not really something to write home about, but levels is of course the reason why he's there.
Something to write home. I like that comment. I like that.
Well, maybe it's I think it's a Dutch saying, but I like it in English. I mean, it fits. I mean, you're not gonna write home about, hey mom, I just got level 3, yay. Well, however, if you're
So,
gonna have an ultra kill on a rampage, hey mom, I got a rampage. You know, that's awesome. So mom will say, you know, good job.
So it's a direct translation.
Yeah, from the Dutch
Okay.
saying it is. Yep.
We say nothing to really hang in the Christmas tree.
I guess it's
I'm
the
gonna
same.
use that.
You can also
Yeah.
like nothing to put up on display on your, I don't know what the name is, like the thing above a fireplace.
Aha.
What's that called?
That, I can say it in Swedish.
Yeah, but you could say it in Dutch, you know. Doesn't really work out. By the way, Anti-Mage next is he's got complete free farm. He is 40 to 10. He is ahead of the Lifestealer, which is no surprise. Lifestealer took a bit of an exit, or took a bit of a, you know, detour at some point. He's only 2 last hits behind though. We have a disconnect, so we'll have a pause. Pretty important disconnect as well. Okay, it's Magnus. And it looks like he might be missing some farm. He's actually already on his way to base from his disconnect.
Yeah, but it seems like he has farming more than the Dragon Knight, and I think it's a little bit easier to farm with Magnus, to be fair, since the nuke is not so expensive. But it's not a big deal. I was just he can afford running back a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, we've got Handy sitting at level 6, by the way. The level difference is slightly in favor of the Magnus. But Dragon Knight sitting at level 6 is going to be making him able to, of course, go for Dragon Form and trying to lay down some harassment on the towers. Perhaps we're going to have to go with that.
Yeah, this lane changes so much when he goes into Dragon Form. It's just stupid. It's a completely different lane.
Yeah, Magnus is all of a sudden a bit scared, but he has got RP for himself. The only downside is because of his change, because of the RP not doing that much damage anymore, he can't really try to go for a solo kill. It's just not possible. By the way, we already have a start for the supports, like they realized. Dragon Knight's level 6, needing to make something happen. Fnatic has smoked up, No-Tail having himself a Setter and a Centaur, and Fly there, of course, as well, with boots. By the way, Fly is rich for a support.
Yeah, he looks rich. Oh well, they got a tower too, so
yeah, that does help.
That helps. Yeah, they want to kill this mag once, and then they want to take the tower, of course. And again, even if Trix is up there, he's low level, it makes the supports has to go up there to control him. And that's good, because then the other part of the map is open to run around on.
Go farm. Yeah, Trixie's gonna be happy with support leaving the top lane again. I think that treated him well previous time. We have to go again. Let's see if they can take a shot at Magnus. Magnus already, of course, I mean, he's already sitting behind his tower. Maybe that disconnect slightly helped him. He does not have any vision though. There's no wards up for RoX.KIS apart from the top lane, which is almost disappearing, the observer ward. Of course, I mean, there's still smoke, so they wouldn't see them anyway, but we'll see how close he'll try to get to the lane before the lane pushes itself out. Because it will get pushed out towards his tower if he waits, but we'll see. Should get.
Let's see if they can kill this mag.
Yep.
They can of course skewer out, but they have a lot of stuns if they manage to land the centaur, so.
Telekinesis into the centaur stomp is pretty neat. We have got, I mean, BZ is being very careful here.
Yeah, he knows something is up.
Spider sense is tingling. He knows that Dragon Knight is level 6, so this is the time for Fnatic to make a move.
Yeah. He has a haste too on the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, goes for a Dragon Tail's already there. In comes the Telekinesis, Test of Faith. That's gonna be a kill. That's really a kill. Nice. Very nicely done. They didn't even use the Centaur stomp, but this should be the start of a tower. Might actually be the complete tower as well. 1-1 a kill score.
This tower should fall.
Poor Centaur taking a lot of damage. In comes the Bat Rider though. He's level 5 only, but he's able to force him away. You'll TP's in as well. Will mean that, as said, Trixie's gonna have some more free time on the top lane. Not having to worry about Nexus Soul too much, or a gank coming in with supports. The tower will stand because of the TP's in, and in comes Magnus again. He's back.
Yeah, what they want is Nikes to push the lane out further and do that again, because then they have to choose. I don't know why this lane is not pushed.
Yeah, by the way, for people wondering, that was not my cat. Nor do I have a baby in my house.
Did you hear? Oh, did you hear her?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
2 minutes ago.
I'm too late for that. I'm sorry.
No, it's just that people are not confused. Oh well. No-Tail, of course, I mean, he has got boots. He's now starting to continue to farm. You can only roam around for that much until you have to focus on getting some gold again. If you can't get the towers, you need to get gold in the jungle. So he's back there. We might have a bit of a push here on the top lane as Android and Nexus are actually pushing out the lane. They go for Trixie, who's now completely out of mana. He doesn't have time lapse. Nexus level 8, chasing down Trixie level 5. No Shikushi mana as well, and they know that very well. Come on, can you stop being annoying?
He completely owned him there.
Oh my god, yes. That was next level juking around the tower. I mean, that's the most silly thing ever, but the silliest thing is that it actually works.
Yeah, that was really cool. And he pinged so intensely. I think he got pissed because he is kind of screwed up here. But his team didn't come anyway, so I think that's good. Let Trixie be there up and feeling screwed.
Yeah.
Hit the other towers.
I mean, if they continued diving, perhaps they would have gone. But yeah, Trixie said, you know, I'm gonna die. Help me. But no. Team stays put. Team actually back again in the middle lane. We have got Fly coming in together with No-Tail. They don't have a smoke this time. Not even in their inventories, even though there is now a headdress, so that helps. Ward up for the dire side though, and that means that BZ is going to be prepared. Or Wizzy, no! Dragon Tail hits him. In comes a Fate Bolt. Is there going to be telekinesis? Fly just slightly too far away. BZZ does have a skewer up. Wants to try and use it to maybe turn and burn this, because in comes the support. Shockwave only on the creep wave, and with no creep wave of their own, they're not going to try and do anything here. BZ actually way too low. We know he does have 14 stick charges, but he has to be careful here.
Yeah, but they're tipping in so much from RoX.KIS. And okay, now things happening bottom. Look at Era.
Yeah, Cedo tries to TP himself out. Ooh.
Oh, that was too late.
Too late with the infest damage. Era almost getting himself a kill there up on that Batrider. Batrider, who is level 8 right now, who's got 1300 gold. Of course, he's been delayed in his Blink Dagger due to him being forced to roam bottom. Oh, BZZ, is he gonna go for this? He's by himself. He does have Yule close by, but it's not close enough. He's gonna go for this. He's gonna try to land another Shockwave. In comes the Hand of God, though. Should keep Era safe. The Shockwave hits, but without follow-up, without someone extra, you can't get yourself a kill. A solo kill, especially not on a lifestealer that has got drums already. And now face boots as well. Of course, the drums were just completed with the courier, but still.
Yeah, but I actually think that Fnatic looks a little bit shaky here, because when they saw that this Nyx was followed, either they should have helped him or they should have pushed mid, but nothing happened. I don't know. And same with the kill on the Batrider. If that would have been during TI3, that Batrider would have been dead. Maybe they've had too much vacation. They need to get back in shape again.
Well, then if that's the case, they have to get back in shape for a while. Then, to be fair, I mean, right now, I mean, there's of course Starlighter season going on. You just got back from international, of which you had. I mean, Fnatic, they boot camped for over a month. They boot camped for 2 months, I think. They like for a very long time. So now that they're no longer on boot camp, how much motivation like do they have to still? How much do they scrim? How much free time do they appoint themselves? How much time do they spend in improving themselves? Of course, they are still trying out different roles for their players, but I mean, they tried it out for 1.5 weeks before they switched back already.
Yeah. Now, I think actually that could have been the problem, that they played too much. So you like when you exercise, you need rest.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing if you exercise with gaming. You play and you feel like, wow, I'm never getting any better. And then all of a sudden you have to go away for a weekend or something, and you come back and you're like, wow, I'm really good. So maybe that could be the problem, that they need a break and not play at all, or they have, yeah, in some way.
Oh, can Trixie get this? The familiar, he really wants it. Doesn't get it. Blink Dagger up for the Batrider. We have another gank, by the way. No-Tail smoking up, finding BZZ. BZZ realizing he has to screw himself away, gets it in time. No telekinesis there, which is of course the one thing that you would be looking at. Tower will still drop though this time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, definitely.
We do have now that the Blink Daggers up on Cedo, they rotate towards Era.
Yeah, because he's almost taking that tower too, so what I wished for is actually happening now. But I hope they can keep this up. And we should keep in mind that this anti-mage has not been... Oh, wow, he's going for a Yasha first?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same. No Battle Fury, just Yasha and Tranquil Boots.
Okay, wait. Okay, so explain this to me. You get complete free farm. And you get a Sage Mask and a Yasha for your first 2,500 gold. Well, no wonder you lost all your games with Anti-Mage. That's just stupid. Sorry. I got a little bit emotional there because he got complete free farm. He has 100 creep kills after 13 minutes.
Yeah, the flames. Maybe he just, I don't know, maybe he found that this works. Maybe he's not comfortable going late game up against Fnatic. I mean, the later you go, the more the experience comes into play, like the player experience, and RoX.KIS, of course, a fairly young team compared to Fnatic.
Yeah, but
They
then
go
get
for
a
Era, by the
Vanguard.
way. I think Era was shopping. He's gonna get RP'd. He's already impaled. Hand of God tries to help out. He tries to run Infest out, gets himself back to half HP. That should be enough. Well.
Wow. Nice. Really nice.
Yep. Another gank. Vendetta used. RP used. RoX.KIS. No longer in a state to do anything apart from if Batrider gets himself a gank with a Blink Dagger, which I still think he should, but where is he gonna go? Trixie. He can go for Trixie. Give Nexus a kill.
Yeah, well, he's going Manta first. I'm trying to see the point of doing that.
Well, you can't go back to the Battle Fury after you went Manta. I mean, you can, but it's not really ideal.
No, but my point is, if you want to go early game, as you said, well, look at top.
They go for Trixie. Do they have detection? No, they don't. Why do you not bring detection if you're gonna gank up on a Weaver? Time lapse away, Trixie, Shakushis. Seriously, that's a rookie mistake. In comes detection. Android has some, but it's too late now. In comes Fnatic with their entire squad already taken down Yol. As the familiar still deny the tower on the bottom lane, which is nice. But they just used the lasso. I mean, they used Vendetta, RP, and lasso and didn't get a single kill with it and only lost their vision. We might have Dragon Eye dying though from Ancients. No. He's gonna live. He has a Shadow Blade now as well.
Well, like you said, and you're right about it. You can't miss that many ganks with such big spells. It's just he got the Magnus with this. It's not okay. You have to get kills on those daggers that you fixed, and of course on that Vendetta. Vendetta is fine, but using RP as well is not fine if you don't get anything from it.
Yeah, and as we just saw on the stats, Yasha. Only 17 times out of 692 games has a Yasha been picked up first. And of those 17 games, only 3 games have actually been successful. So that's 3 games. Oh, Dragon Tail already comes out on Android. Android still lands an Impale, so I guess we'll end up going down lower unless he can use his Vendetta, which he can. Nicely done, still alive, never mind. The Shockwave coming out from the Rubik will clear him out. 4-1. I guess there's not been that many kills this game, but 3 games out of the 692 professional matches of Anti-Mage, 3 of those have been successful with the Yasha. Playing the odds here for Nexus. It's kind of scary. Yol will get picked off, Telekinesis, Hand of God will keep everybody of Fnatic safe, and they're just on a death ball right now. I mean, they're just having everybody here. Era, even though he's got his armlet, he's got his drums and face boots, he's not really fat or anything, but he is good enough just to continue pushing. Dragon Eye, same story. This is scary for RoX, because right now, what is gonna stop Fnatic from just continuing on with their push?
Well, I guess Mag needs a blink. He's not far from it actually, but and maybe Batrider can deal the rest of the AoE damage. No, it looks bad. It looks really bad. And really, I would like to interview this guy for this Yasha, because there is no sense whatsoever. If your argument was good, you said if you want to go early game, okay, sure, but then you need to get a Vanguard, Treads, something like that, to be able to fight. And you don't push better with a Manta than you do with the Battle Fury, because you need to kill the creeps as well.
Yeah, it's not going very fast for him. He can't flash farm this way, which is the strength of the Anti-Mage, of course, flash farming. And he's losing ground. He is now behind the farm and the Lifestealer and the Dragon Knight, and he is supposed to be the one that is now farming for late game so that RoX.KIS can take the game still. I do like that they have a Magnus in this case. I mean, the one thing that RoX.KIS can still use to try and get back into this game is to have just that perfect RP. Get yourself an Impale after that one. Have everybody sit on fire. Have Anti-Mage. I mean, I guess maybe he thinks he doesn't need a Battle Fury because he's got Empower. That could be it.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. And the Manta could be used because he's maxed out the mana break too. I mean, if you stun down the Weaver or Nyx and you split up and hit him, he's gonna be out of mana. So
Yeah.
in that way, I'm not saying Manta is a bad thing like that. Manta is a good item on any hero, but starting out with a Yasha and I think it's stupid. I'm sorry.
Ah, it's okay. You have to also take into account like how fast would he have his Yasha or his Manta style if he would have gone for Battle Fury. It wouldn't be that fast after the Battle Fury is complete because of his flesh farm potential, and you can't really rely on Magnus to always put Empower on you, and on top of that, Empower is only at level 1, so it's not even that much. Last tier 2 tower standing, by the way, that's going to be their goal.
Well, they have the blink now on the mag, but what's their follow-up?
An Impale.
A level 3 Impale.
Level 3 Impale. Sad level
birds.
6 Mixed Assassin.
This looks bad for them, Shiver. Don't you agree?
Well, they're 10k gold behind, they're 7,500 experience behind. I would definitely agree. I mean, those ganks they attempted with the RPs, with the Lasso, with the Nyx Assassin Vendetta, those were the ones that they had to hit. That was their, like, that's their play.
Yeah, the turn point.
In comes the open moves. Nyx Assassin will be the first target, already dropped down. Not giving that much of a fight. Only the Spike Carapace he had time to put out. But Era doesn't care about that if he has his rage on, of course. They take the tower, they back off, defending their own tier 1 tower, which still goes down. Anti-Mage able to snipe that one.
Manta.
With his Manta.
With his Manta. Yeah, well, that was good. But he's gonna need a lot of items to be able to go in and fight versus these people. Oh, they're still fighting here.
They're still fighting here, indeed they are. In comes Seedoy looking for Lasso, finds it up in Era.
This could be good.
Need the damage, can they have it? Yes they can, that's gonna be one hero picked up. Now the rest of Fnatic. Seedoy blinking forward, looking for more, sticking napalms up on No-Till. In comes also Nexus, looking for No-Till as well. Hand of God already gone through. There is another Manta still up for Nexus if he wants to. And nicely done, blocks No-Till out, gets a kill as well. That's gonna be 3-6 so far. RoX.KIS, they make a play, and I mean, they couldn't have gone any later with this because right now all their outer towers are already down, but they show Fnatic that they still have a fighting spirit. They do still have an RP, so if Fnatic now decides to go for Roshan, they have to think good about it before they're actually going to be going into this, because it's still very scary to find a Magnus in the Roche pit that has an RP.
Most definitely. Maybe they will try. No, they don't dare to do that yet. Well, I didn't root for RoX.KIS this game. I don't root for any of the teams, of course, when I'm casting, but it was nice to see them coming back there, because we don't want to have games which is only one-sided. But here comes Honey.
Yeah, blinks forward. Telekinesis already up on your old Dragon Tail up on Android. Android will be the first one down once again. Still level 6. Actually level 8 right now because he was up for some kills. You'll get picked up next. Double kill for the Lifestealer Era. Are they gonna go for Roshan, or are they gonna try to pick up some tier 3 towers? Roshan it is. They're moving their way over.
If they're feeling this, you do it simple. I don't, even if it would be nice if they go for the tower and more action, they should take Roshan here. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, we've got a gem up on Honey as well. Of course, for the Nyx Assassin, just in case. They've got a Sanjin Yasha being built up by Era. We do now have treads on the Anti-Mage, giving him some extra attack speed as they find Seedoy, kill off Seedoy. Telekinesis up on Android, Open was there as well. Android down for the second time within a minute's time. It's starting to get a bit out of control here for RoX.KIS if it wasn't already. I mean, they really need that perfect team fight, and they just can't find an opening. And that's due to the wording, of course, from Fnatic. They know exactly where everybody of RoX.KIS is.
Yeah, but something which is positive if you're a Fnatic fan is that it looks better when they gank. They don't overlap so much, and I think it's because Honey is the one going first. He should always have this role. And that's why it's so good for their team when they play with his Dragon Knight, because he can go first and they can follow him. And Honey is a really good player, one of the players I respect most in the whole scene. And they should use his experience like they do when they have him on an initiate hero.
And he
Plus
has BKB. He's a pretty scared Dragon Knight at the moment. And he didn't even win mid lane all that hard.
No, but he needs a hero which is allowed to farm, plus allowed to set up kills. Because that's his strength, in my opinion. And that DK, perfect for both matters.
Yep, and also perfect to try and take down a Roshan. Let's see if RoX.KIS is going to do something about it. They still don't have the vision, of course. They would need to smoke up to try and make something happen, but it looks like they're just going to let it go. Not sure if I agree with this, but then again, what can you do? What can you do? You can't really do that much. We have got the Vlad now up on the anti-mage, as Nahaz said, that was the setup for the Vlad, the items that we saw in his inventory earlier. Trixie able to get himself away, not impaled.
Yeah, no, well, it's risky to fight versus them at roster. They will lose the game if they lose the fight. I mean, RoX. So I don't blame them for not trying. But sometimes you have to try anyway. Look at the Alliance and the last games in the TI3. If they didn't try, they would have lost that final.
You can't really be sitting ducks here, especially not if Fnatic like they are right now, are already so far ahead. With the Vlads and the Manta style intimation, Nyx just drops so fast. The rest of RoX.KIS backs off, but Nyx Assassin, I mean, he just melted. He still only has boots and a magic stick, so no actual surviving items, no actual HPs extra from items that he has. It's just really sad. And he only died 5 times, but 4 of those have been like in the last 5 minutes or so. Smoke up for Fnatic. They smoked up. Oh, actually, the Central just disappeared, so that's okay.
Yeah, I think they killed that center, didn't they?
Yeah, oh yeah, they have a gem. They have a gem. They could.
Yeah. I was starting to question myself. I like when a Weaver is getting owned and he picks up a medallion. I really like this because that makes him hit really hard, actually. And with the swarm, that's a lot of damage, even though Trixie just has an Ogre Axe apart from that.
Yeah, for people wondering, Sobi mask is actually the Sage mask. Dota 1 terms, telekinesis up on the anti-mage. Most valuable target, in comes an RP, but it only hits on Trixie and anti-mage. Already dead. Hand of God put act for everybody of Fnatic back to full HP. Yule will go down. RoX.KIS, they back themselves off. Buyback for the Magnus, but without an RP, what can he actually achieve here as Android gets a Dragon Tail in the face, gets picked off. In comes a Shockwave from BCZ, but he can't really achieve anything. Blink away from the Bear Rider after him getting open wounded, but this is Fnatic in the base of RoX with 2 heroes left alive, one that does not have an RP and the other one that does not have a lasso, and the one without a lasso will get picked up first by Hani, just by him solo. BCZ standing around tier 4, blink forward, Skewer misses, just looking to find help in the tier 4 towers, maybe to kill someone off, but can't really do it now. Telekinesis open wounds, that's a team wipe.
That's game.
Yeah, supports are back up alive again as well, but you know, they can't really do that much by themselves.
No, and even if this was a one-sided game, what Honey did there was so smart. He knew that if he could keep the Bat Rider out of the fight, they can't do anything, and he even killed him solo there. So I like Honey. I think he's a good player.
I can tell. Oh well, that was one set of ranks. RoX is not giving up just yet. It is 17-3. And the score is starting to look a lot like the score that we saw in the previous game. And didn't it end up in 22-3? Or 22-2? To 3, I think. Ooh.
I don't know actually. I didn't keep track of that.
No Tail still getting lassoed. No Tail still dies. As does the Bat Rider though, so not really a worthy trade as Android will get picked off. No surprise there. That's gonna be Anti-Mage, Dragon Tail, then brought down as well. Another teammate maybe on the board. No, Yule makes himself out into his base. Skewer gets Era there as well. Era might be in some trouble. Yep, oops. Loses the Aegis. That's an oops indeed. Can I do it again? RP. Up on 2. Trixie. Nah, he's fine. Soul Assumption comes in, but it doesn't really matter. In the meantime, the ranks are getting picked off. RoX. 22k gold behind it. GG gets called. 22k experience behind as well. And this means that it is Fnatic that get themselves another victory and bring themselves back to a 50-50% win rate. As RoX.KIS actually does the same. Of course, RoX.KIS comes from 2-1 now to 2-2. And Fnatic comes from 2-3 to 3-3. So even scores all around. We're gonna jump ourselves to the next game. By the way, it is gonna be 4FC versus Empire. Should be a good one. At least a bit more even, perhaps, than our previous matches. Let's hope at least for that one. But it will be in 15 minutes time. Any last words about this game?
I think it was a positive game for Fnatic. I don't know in what shape RoX is, but I think Fnatic looked like they have figured out how to play, and I hope they keep playing like this because they're a good team and they have a good future ahead of them.
I think so too, especially since they stuck together so long. I think that should account for something. There's not that many teams in Dota that actually do that, but 4FC is actually one of the teams that normally does that, or at least they have been together for a long time, the core at least. And we're going to see them next. They're going to be going up against Empire, so stick around for the third game of Dota 2 for StarSeries today. Of course, this is Season 7, Day 12. This was Game 2. We're going to jump ourselves to the third game of 4 that we're going to see today. So more Dota 2 coming your way in just a moment.